In I Am Zombie, the traditional character sheet is replaced with 3 stacks of character cards, which you can see in front of you here. These stacks operate like a control panel. They are fully interactive and tactically dynamic. The character described by this set of cards is my character, Black Bag Charlie, and I've decided that the image on the Headhunter card, which is this one, is Charlie himself. Let's look at that card more closely. At the top you can see 3 traits. Each card has 3 traits, which can be either attributes, skills or vectors. The Headhunter has both skills and attributes, weapon, stealth and strength. But for a vector we need to look to the 0 card. Here we can see he has Gizmo. At the bottom are written the character archetypes, advantages and drawbacks. These are special advantages and drawbacks that the archetype gives you that you can utilise throughout the game session. In the bottom right hand corner we can see there that the type of card is indicated and also the XP cost. The cards come in 4 flavours. Mental is yellow, green is social, physical is blue, mayhem is red and toxic is black. Each card has 2 faces. There is a human side and an odium side. When the human side is faced up, it means that you are more human. When the odium side is faced up, it means you're becoming more zombie-like. Note that the brown border around the edge and the toxic hazard symbol in the top left-hand corner. Odium is similar to the damage system. When we take damage or are involved in particularly unsettling or stressful situations, you flip over a card to the zombie side, indicating your odium build-up and your greater zombification. Once all your cards are flipped over, your character is completely disabled. And there are various ways in the game in which you can become undisabled, but it might mean the end of your character. Before I demonstrate how the cards interact, let's talk about a few core rules. You must have 3 stacks of cards, with at least 1 card per stack, but no more than 5 in any stack. Here we have 4, 4 and 1. And when you want to make a roll, you can use any 2 traits which are listed in 1 stack of cards. You can rearrange your cards between scenes, or if the scene is not high stress, although only up until the point that you make your first roll. You can move a card at any time at the cost of 1 mental success, 1 successful dice roll, which you've saved up for later, or if another player spends a social success to help you out. When you use either your advantages or drawbacks of a card, it immediately moves to this front row, and we'll talk about the importance of the front row in a bit. So, our stack here on the left is our focus stack. This is our stack 1. This is your overt, purposeful attention. This is used by players to hold their primary skill. So in this example, I've turned the Headhunter card over to its red side. Charlie has 3 rage and 2 weapon, which gives him 5 mayhem dice. However, because he's only got 4 red cards, he can only possibly achieve 4 successes out of his 5 rolls. If the Headhunter was on the human side, yellow, the number of successes that would be limited to 3. So, if I wanted to use my rage or and weapon, I would be rolling my mayhem dice. Here I have 5 mayhem to represent his rage and weapon. So this all needs to be edited, whoever's listening to this. Apologies for my crapness. Okay, here I have 2 successes and 1 failure, which mitigates 1 of my successes. And I think I'm going to save this by placing it on my Headhunter card. Our second stack, this one in the middle, is our Vigil stack. This is your covert attention, what you're aware of but you're not really paying attention to. This is generally used by players to hold a secondary skill. Here we can see, if I turn the Banshee over to yellow, Charlie has 3 bully and 2 acting, which makes for 5 social dice. Unfortunately, however, social being green, Charlie can only actually achieve 1 success. because he's only got one green card. This shows that cards must be used carefully and must be carefully chosen for the relationship between their skills, attributes and colours. Here perhaps I've not chosen wisely. Here I have made two successes, a 6 and a 6. However, unfortunately, because I only have one green social card, I can only actually keep one of these successes. And I'm going to put this, save it for later on my single social card. The third and final stack, here our most diminutive stack, which is one card, is our blink stack. This is things that you're not really paying attention to. They're part of your personality, your character's personality, but they can't hold any success dice. This stack is generally used to hold extra cards that you want to swap in and out at different situations. The front 3 cards is called your front row. The advantages and drawbacks listed on the front row cards are considered to be those that are active and current. They're what you're doing and what parts of your facets of your personality that you're acting on right now. Furthermore, by spending a mental success, you can utilise the front row of cards as a 4th stack, combining skills and attributes horizontally that could not be combined otherwise. Unfortunately here, I don't have any mental dice. I just have a social dice and a mayhem.